Sawadee Krap! Hey everyone, greetings from Thailand. We just thought we'd give you a little bit of an update. So the first thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is the River Church here in Khon Kaen. So the River is a multi-church movement throughout Thailand. They're based in Chiang Mai, Bangkok, and they even have a church in the south of Thailand. And recently they've actually started a church plant here in Khon Kaen. We've been able to sort of help encourage them and just get to know them. And the thing that we really like about them, the thing that really speaks to my heart, is they're very, very community orientated. Their focus was about finding a building or a spot which was located within a large community that they could then start to reach out to the people around them. And they actually found the ideal location. They have bought a cafe, and it is situated right next to a massive warehouse with about 200 workers in the middle of a big community. And already they're starting to reach out to some of these people. And their passion is music, which, funny thing, that kind of speaks to my heart as well. And they want to start doing some music nights and just start doing things to reach out and actually just connect with the people there. So yeah, one of the things that we were able to help support them with is I have a little bit of a background in sound and sound engineering and musical treatment acoustics. And so I came down, and the building is lovely, but the sound was absolutely terrible. There's just noise pinging off the walls everywhere, and so we set about trying to do some acoustic treatment of the room, and it has made a very big difference to the acoustics of the room, which is great because now they can run their services and the cafe and other things in there. And then I've been able to get down a few times to sort of help with some worship, playing some bass, some guitar, singing, all of that sort of thing, and yeah, just absolutely blown away by the heart of this church, of this movement. And yeah, we're really excited to see how things develop and how we can help support them in the long run.
One thing that's really interesting about this church is it's entirely made up of new believers. And not only is the congregation new Christians, but the people leading it are also new Christians.
So, and actually, speaking of the River, a little while ago, they had a training boot camp, they called it. So they held it in Bangkok, and they actually got all of their young leaders together, and they did about a week of just intensive training, of worship, of just spending time together, doing community, actually going out into that local community and practicing things that they'd been taught on how to speak to people, how to reach out to people. I was really privileged to be asked to come and talk about music and music writing and how to use worship as a tool for communication. And that was a lot of fun. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, many of you will know, and if you don't, I am actually studying at Khon Kaen University. Another great way to sort of get into the community was to become a part of one of its biggest educational facility. There's about 60,000 students in Khon Kaen University, so it's quite a large place. And I'm doing a Masters of Music, studying the local music and culture. And this has presented a really incredible opportunity because I've been able to learn about the Isan culture from Isan people, and a part of that has been going on field trips. And so we've been on a number of field trips now, and one of them we actually got to travel through about 5 or 6 different provinces, and we went to temples, we went to cultural buildings, we went to all these different sites, and the Ajahn, which Ajahn means professor, were with us, and they were just teaching us all the meaning behind different things, the significance behind different things, the local practices, the local wisdoms. I got to see some blanket making, and this is on the ground local culture. And it was just such an eye-opening experience and such an incredible opportunity to be able to walk amongst the Thais with an open invitation and just see how they live, how they've been raised, what are the things that are important and meaningful and valuable to them. And I've been able to see a lot of these things firsthand. For me, I'm just really excited because I feel like it gives me a much better appreciation of the people that we want to reach and the people that we want to build community with.
A lot of what we're doing is still very much groundwork, like learning the language and the culture and just really trying to understand the people that we're around and making connections in the community and with other Christians. Christian population is 0.04% in this area, which means there are not a lot of Christians, but there are some around and there are some churches. So recently I connected with another church. This was really interesting. I was invited by my Filipino friend to a Thai church that was run by a pastor from Pakistan. So yeah, it was quite an international experience. We're just looking at what God is doing in the churches here and how we can get alongside of that and support what's already happening and the work that God is already doing through his people here. I have been using my administrative skills to help fundraise for a church in Bangkok and a ministry college in Chiang Mai. We also had a really exciting opportunity where we connected with a man named Danny Brown, and he's been here for 20 years.
I think so, yeah.
Doing music and getting like the Thai culture and music, Christian music, and bringing them together. So he's in Bangkok, so he hasn't done sort of what we're doing with the Asan people and the Morlam music, but we can learn a lot from him. The children are doing absolutely fantastic. We have been so impressed with their adaptability and resilience and just their heart as well. They're really seeking after God and finding out what Thailand means for them and their ministry to God, because we do this as a family. And it's just been beautiful to see them blooming in God. And yeah, they've been working very hard at school. We're so happy with the school that they're at. Well, thank you so much for your support, both in finances and in prayer, for all those who do support us. We really appreciate it, and it is so valuable and so needed, and God is doing amazing things here, and we are so excited to see what he has in the future, because it's already exciting what he has now, and we really feel like there is so much more to come. So, see you, and Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka, Kapun ka.